Hey y'all, welcome back to the crazy. It's been a while, but I'm back. Prissy decided she wanted to explore my phone and the camera, so I just decided I'd give her a squeeze in the meantime. This is Fat Cat Flossing, a channel about cross stitch where you'll get to see my kitties too, of course. And my name's Leslie. Welcome back. If this is not the first time you've joined me for my particular brand of lunacy, and if it is your first time, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, I'm gonna let the kitty go so we can go on to the cross stitch part, right? Today is Tuesday. I think it's December 3rd. I think. Pretty sure, because the first was Sunday. This is FlossTube number 91. I can't believe that I'm creeping up on 100. And my FlossTube anniversary for 2 years is, I think, within the next week or so. I forgot to look at the exact date, but I think it was around December 10th or 11th or something. So I can't believe I've been doing this for almost 2 years. And thank you all for joining me on my crazy little cross-stitch journey on FlossTube. I sure appreciate y'all coming to watch and hang out with me and interact. Best part of my day a lot of times. It's been busy around here as usual. It's like I'm sure all y'all are busy. I don't have a tremendous amount of cross stitch to show just because for one reason or the other. All the kittens are doing well. The youngest babies were born on September 1st. So come January 1st or around there within a week or so, they'll all be headed home. I've got new babies due. Beauty is due around sometime between December 10th and 15th. So I'm looking forward to having new babies, and I'm excited because I think, fingers crossed, that Fairy may be knocked up. And if she is, she should be due around Christmas. And I'm, love having babies, so I'm excited about them. What else? I have to go to the vet this afternoon. One of the kittens, Amadeus, has a runny eye, so he has to go be checked out this afternoon. And, timing is everything. Because tomorrow morning I have to take two of the girls. Maddie and Beanie are both done with their kittening phase. They're both going to be retired. They're 4 years old. They'll be 5 next year. So it's time for them to just be somebody's sweet baby. So if you're interested in adopting a retiree, y'all can holler at me. What else is going on? I think maybe somebody shouted me out within the last week or so because I had a little bump of about 40 plus subscribers. So thank you to whoever that was. I haven't had a whole lot of YouTube watching time lately. So I haven't seen whoever it was, but if y'all know, let me know so I can say thank you. And again, thank you all very much for coming back to visit with me. Why haven't I gotten much done? Well, just, the general shit happens rule. Sorry. And, then Steve was kind enough to bring the norovirus home and share it with me. He got sick on a Sunday night, and no, it was Monday because it was a holiday, whatever day it was, and then Columbus Day, I guess. Yeah, I think. No, Veterans Day, because it was in November. So he brought it home and shared it with me, and he was sick. And then on Wednesday afternoon, I was so sick, y'all. It was awful. I've never had norovirus before, and I pray that I never have it again because it kicked my butt for almost a week. So I was acutely ill for about 36 hours, and then after that, I just felt like, I didn't have the wherewithal to stitch, so I watched a lot of TV, which is kind of unusual for me. What else happened? I went a couple weekends ago to Stillwater, Oklahoma, which is about a 3.5 hour drive for me. There was a cat show there and I didn't have anything to show, but I just went and clerked one day and hung out with my friend Charlotte and had a great visit with her. So that was a lot of fun. And then last week, y'all, I was so happy. It was best Thanksgiving and I don't know when, because my son was here and brought my grandson Colton. And Thomas just retired. Hi, baby girl. Thomas just retired from the Army. And he is now back on the mainland. He'd been in Hawaii for 3.5 years. And he's now back on the mainland. He's in Florida. He's about a 16-hour drive from me. So it's nowhere close, but it is a drivable thing now. So he and Colton came and stayed for 4 days. And it was just awesome. Happiest I've been in forever. I miss them so much, but I'm just so happy that he's where I'll be able to see him periodically now. And it was awesome getting to see Colton. I really hadn't seen, I'd seen Thomas because he had been here for a school, Army sent him to school south of Oklahoma City, about 4 hours from here. So I had seen him, I guess about 1.5 years ago, but I hadn't seen Colton since they moved to Hawaii 3.5 years ago. And it was so great getting to know my grandson. He's the cutest little stinker, and oh Lord, he is a stinker. But, you know, I told Thomas his name was Karma because he's exactly like my son was. But anyway, it was a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope y'all all had wonderful, blessed time with your families also. And that you all have as many blessings and are as grateful for them as I am. But anyway, it's now December, so we're moving on to the Christmas season. And are y'all ready? I am not. I'm hoping that this weekend we will dig the Christmas tree out of the shed, and I'll get the Christmas tree put up this weekend. And I don't know that I'll do much Christmas decorating other than that because, you know, cats. She's sitting here kneading on my leg, wanting to be picked up again. So I don't do a whole lot of decorating, but I will try to get the Christmas tree up this weekend. That's about it. So I guess now y'all might want to talk about cross stitch maybe. So let's give it a go. You have to get down again, Pris. You can get down and make biscuits on my leg again. Prissy has, I've had her in with Ori a couple times to try to get her bred because she's about 1.5 years old. But so far, no joy on that. So I'm sure hoping that she'll come back into heat and catch soon because she's so sweet. I really want babies from her. Sweet girl. Okay, cross stitch, no more cats. While I did not get a whole lot done, I did actually manage to have a couple of finishes. And both of them were, I don't remember if I think I'd started one of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started. I'm sorry, y'all, excuse me. You know, I can't do a video without yawning. I think I'd started this one a few days just before I did my last video. This is spring delivery from Plum Street Samplers. It's a very, very pretty little pattern. And I had been craving some bright, pretty, springy colors. That's my jam. So I pulled this out and started it. And I finished it, I don't know. I don't remember now. I think it took me about 1.5 weeks, something like that. I finished this before I was sick as death with the norovirus. I didn't really think I was going to die, but I kind of wanted to a couple times. But I'm super happy with how it came out. I think it is so cute. There are some long stitches, back stitching around this flower and on the little chick or duck or whatever he is here. And I think I'm going to omit those. I may go back and I may back stitch that little duck or chick, whatever, and make him show up a little bit more. The colors are mostly the called for colors, which are mostly Classic Colorworks. I did substitute a couple, like this is a Victorian motto, and then I didn't have the call for and whatever this one was, and I substituted a couple of DMCs, but I used probably, I don't know, 75 to 90% of the call fors, and I am extremely happy with how it came out. I also changed the date. I think the date said something like 1893 or something, and I did change that to 2019 because what does 1893 mean to me? I'm sorry, 1842. Again, meaningless to me, so it now says 2019, and I just freehanded those, you know, made them up. I'm trying to think if I changed anything else. There was nothing over here in this little area, and I thought it needed something. I think, yeah. I thought it was just too big a blank space there under that little sign, so I added a couple more little buds here. And I think it's really cute. I love it. Need to get it done before spring finally finished. So very happy with how that came out. It fed my soul to stitch with those pretty bright colors. And then the other thing, oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say, this is 36 count. I believe that it is Picture This plus sand, but I could well be mistaken because, you know, I slept since then. If you need to know what it is, if you look and you really like it or whatever, y'all holler at me in the comments and I will look it up and see what it is. The other thing I started was from the Blackbird Designs Deck the Halls booklet. This cute little booklet that's got not three, but 6 different strawberries in it. And the one I decided I wanted to do was, what is it? Dancing Sugar Plums. This one here with a little bird on the basket of berries. I thought it was really cute. I haven't put it right next to the basket full of cherries little pillow that I did back in the early summer, but I think it's going to coordinate very well with that. So I'll probably display those together. This is also on a 36 count, and God help me if I remember what it is. And I did this one with just miscellaneous silks from my stash. I pulled the DMC equivalents and then found relatively close to them in what I had in silks. And this is my finish. Again, this is a 36 count, and this may be sand also. I had a fat quarter of it, so I've kind of been cutting pieces off of it, so I think that might be what this is. And I'm very, very happy with how that came out. And I have never done a strawberry finish, but I will be attempting a strawberry finish, so y'all cross your fingers for me. However, I won't be attempting the strawberry finish anytime real soon because I've managed to jack up my sewing machine and it's going to have to go be serviced before I can do anything else with it. More about that later. So those were my 2 finishes. And then for whips, I worked a little bit on Tired Trio from Plum Street Samplers. And I didn't make like huge progress on this, but you know, anything is better than nothing, right? What did I do on this one? I think I added a couple of the flowers maybe, and I started on the top sloth up here. So again, a little bit of progress, but not a whole lot. This is also a 36 count something. Pewter, possibly. Lots of things I should have looked up before I started that I did not. I don't know. Sorry. I typically know what I'm stitching on, but my brain has apparently been fried lately. Yep, I don't know. Sorry. And those are not the called fors, but just whatever I found in that I thought looked close. And then this is what I've worked on the last several days. This was my New Year's start last year, or this year rather, 2019. Pardon me. This is Love Never Fails from Barbara Anna, which I think is a beautiful piece. Sorry for the glare. And Crystal Geek and I have been doing this. This is the Loved One Sal on Instagram. And I have finally, I was hoping to get this done by August for my anniversary, and I did not because, you know, that would require me to focus on something. But I have the last several weeks made good progress. I have finished filling in around the love here at the bottom. I filled in all the gray color across this little kind of quilty looking box. I have adapted and added another kitty, so I now have a blue point Burman kitty and a steel point Burman kitty. In the pattern, they're both somewhere there, you can see them. They're both tabby cats. So I changed them to be Burmans since I have Burmans. And really all I have left to do is put an initial for me and Steve here. The year will go up here at the top. And then there is this motif here, the flower, needs to be repeated in this corner, and I'll be done. And well, wait a minute. There's a key that goes right here also. But I think that's it. So I think I will finish this week. God willing, and the creek don't rise. So I'm very excited to be getting that done this year. And I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. This is 36 count, something or other, 36 count vintage navy bean. That's what that is. From, I think, Lakeside Linens. And the colors are a conversion to Carrie's Creation Silks. And Julie McConnell from Reflections did that conversion for me to the Carries. So very happy with that. Like I said, I'm hoping that I will finish that this week. So, yeah, best laid plans, but I do have a plan. I'm not real good at following plans, but I've got one. Okay, what else? Well, I guess we'll talk about plans. I have a sad story to tell. This is Home for Christmas from Plum Street Samplers. It was a club kit last year, I believe, in 2018. And, brain spell. Tamara Bowen. Sorry, Tamara. Tamara Bowen with this Nana Stitches was kind enough to share this with me, and I will be sending this back to her. Hopefully this week I'll get back to the post office. So this will be going back to Tamara, but it is now available from Plum Street Samplers. You can't, I know lots and lots of people love this, and lots of people have asked about it, and it's now available, not as the whole kit anymore, but just as the pattern from Plum Street Samplers. And I finished this sometime this summer, I think. And my sads, and you can tell that I left off the border here. Now, one thing I will note also for you, I used the colors that came with the kit, which were the call for colors, but I do not believe that my finished product resembles much the picture on the front of this. So if you want it to look like this, you're probably going to need to adjust your colors, which I did not do. But I was still happy with it, and I was going to finish it into a flat fold, and I left it laying on my table in the craft room, where a cat proceeded to puke all over it. So I have a big stain here and another one right here. And I have gently tried to wash them out because I'm really worried that that red is going to fade all over the place. So if you have any, and I only kind of got this one corner wet, which just spread the stain, and, you know, sorry, the dryer's dingling. Anyway, if you have any suggestions for washing this where it may not spread that red all over creation, let me know, please. Because I do love it and I want to finish it, but it's got cat barf all over it. And my fault, I left it out. I know better, and I just had a brain spell and left it out. But it's going to have to be washed before it's finished, or it's trash because, you know, frankly, it doesn't smell good. So if you have any suggestions for washing it, and I don't care so much if I could still see like the line where this stuff, where the bobos are. I don't really care about that because I figure I can go back with a tea bag and maybe, you know, age it a little bit and take care of the staining part. But the smell needs to go away. Yeah, having this next to my nose is not a pleasant thing. So if you have suggestions, please let me know what your suggestions are for dealing with that. And Tamara, I will get this back in the mail to you hopefully this week. So that's my first plan, is to try to deal with that. My next plan is, I did this, I wonder if I put a date on it. We'll see. I believe I did it in 2017. But I did not sign it and date it, so I don't know. Excuse my ratty pattern. It's been in a project bag for 2 years. This is Land of the Free from Willow Hill Samplings. I always get their name wrong. And I did this for my son with plans to send him to him for Christmas 2 years ago. And then I was going to frame it and send it to Hawaii. And then I found out it was going to be, you just would not believe how ludicrously expensive it is to ship stuff to Hawaii. And I decided I was going to send him something else that Christmas and wait till he was back here. But my plan for him, here's my finish from 2017, I believe. And I love it. It's a very, very pretty piece. And the wording says, land of the free because of the brave. And I'm so proud of my son's service in the Army. And I thought that was great for him. And you probably can't tell, but this shows a progression from like a Revolutionary War type soldier with the different uniforms changing. But it shows them soldiers saying goodbye to their families, you know, over the years. And to me, that was emblematic of his sacrifice and his deployments. And I did it for him. So my plan now, and I had originally planned to do this all down at the bottom, but I did not plan well and scoot the pattern up. So now what I'm going to do is put his name and his retirement rank at the top, and then U.S. Army retired down at the bottom. So, but I actually contacted, I can't remember her name, Kimberly, I think, with Willow Hill Samplings, and asked if she had an alphabet similar to this. And she said no, that she just kind of made it up as she went along. So I need to graph out the letters to that. So my plan is to get that graphed out this week, finish putting his name and U.S. Army on it, and then I've got a frame that I believe will work for it. Get that framed, and I can ship it to Florida because it's about 15% of what it was going to cost to ship it to Hawaii. But I'm very happy with this, and I'm looking forward to getting that done for him. He asked about it when he was here for Thanksgiving. You have that done, Mom? You've been telling me about it. Yeah, that whole norovirus that took me out for a week. No, it's not done. I'll mail it. But that is my plan for this week, is get those letters graphed out and get that done so I can send it to him for Christmas. And then my other plan, and I have no new progress on this to show you, but I'm just going to show you the pattern real quick. This has been calling to me, and I've just, I wanted to finish. I need to finish the Land of the Free, and I want to finish Love Never Fails before I move on to something else. Elizabeth Weston from Hands Across the Sea Samplers Hats. Sorry, y'all. I want to get back to this. I've got, which side am I on? I've got about here, no wording, but from here, this motif, this little bit done. So I want to keep moving, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to move down the left side, and I kind of think I am going to move down before I move over, because that will keep it more even, I guess. So anyway, this is what I plan to work on next. Once I finish Land of the Free with that personalization, I plan to get back to Elizabeth Weston, because she's beautiful and I need to make some progress on her. And y'all, I feel like, now, the last month I haven't stitched a whole lot, but I feel like I stitched quite a bit. And I just do not feel like I make any progress. Last year I felt like I had a lot of finishes and got a lot done, but this year I have not felt that way. So anyway, that's my plan. I don't have any stash enhancements, haul, goodies, whatever it is. I was actually good this month, and I have not bought anything. My fabric of the month came in, but I've already put it away, and it was just a fat quarter of Murmur, which I've showed y'all several times before. It was a fat quarter of Murmur. And that's been my only haul. I am so ashamed to admit this, but back around September 1st, I did my giveaway for 2,500 subscribers. And the winner of that was Cynthia Brewer from Cynthia Brew, Stitching in the Light. Super sweet lady, y'all. Y'all go watch Cynthia. She's an inspiration to watch. And she had requested a kind of vintage type pattern. Well, I just put it off, and for one reason or another, it took me 2 months to get it done. Bad, Leslie, bad. But I finally got this shipped to her I went to the post office yesterday because it's been sitting around. By the way, if you've won something from me and responded to me with your address, everything has been shipped. We'll talk about the giveaways from the last video in a minute. Those haven't gone out, but everything else has. Anyway, she requested one of the Vana style bags. And so I made one. And my sewing machine just kept jacking up. The tension was horrible. I could not get, I mean, the seams just look like crap. And I am not a perfectionist, but I got done with this and looked at that and went, you can't give that to somebody. So I went next door and borrowed, I mean, this is horrible, y'all. Horrible. Borrowed JJ's sewing machine and finished one that looked good enough to send to Cynthia. So I got a new project bag out of it, but I also got a jacked up sewing machine that's got to go be serviced. Yay. So let me think, what else? So no haul, but I did make myself one project bag. So that brings us to giveaway goodies, I guess. Had 2 giveaways from the last video. My friend Shelly has a copy of Jingle All the Way from Praiseworthy Stitches, and she wanted to give it away, so she asked me if, since I was doing the Praiseworthy Sal, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a minute, if I wanted to give this away on my channel. And yes, I did. So I did the random comment picker thing on this, and the search word on this one was jingle, and the winner of that was Christine Cameron. And Christine, I replied to your comment yesterday, and I have yet to get an email back from you. So please, please send me your email so I can send you your pattern. And this again is Jingle All the Way from Praiseworthy Stitches, and it is so cute, y'all. I love it. I was tempted to ask Shelly to send it to me, but I've got 2 other Praiseworthy Stitches patterns started, and plus a plethora of other things, and I don't need a 3rd one. Might want one, but I didn't need it. Excuse me. So if you will send, Christine, if you will send me your mailing address, I will forward that to Shelly, and Shelly is going to mail that directly to you. And then the other giveaway was Snowmen from Country Cottage Needleworks, and this comes with the fabric, which is a 32 count Zweigart, whatever they call their dotted fabric. This is what I saw the model worked up on at the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock, and it was super, super cute. So the winner for this one is Cindy Zamzow. Cindy, I have not heard from you also. I replied to your comment yesterday. So please get in touch with me and let me know, and I will get this sent out to you also. So now, talking about the Praiseworthy Stitches piece, I wanted to remind y'all that Anne at the Shepherd's Needle is still through December 31st running a, I think it's 15% off sale on all Praiseworthy Stitches patterns and the supplies to finish them, or to do them. So the linen, the flosses, the beads, the patterns themselves, all the Praiseworthy Stitches stuff is 15% off. She also, I didn't pull out Playing with Jacks because I haven't accomplished anything new on it, but if you are doing Playing with Jacks from the Cricut collection, same 15% off applies to the pattern, the floss, and the linen for that. And they will help you choose whatever linen you want. They're great about working with you over the phone. They'll send you pictures back and forth and all that kind of stuff. Y'all pardon me 1 second. Okay. The coupon code for that is SAL, S-A-L, FUN, F-U-N, 19, 19, SAL, FUN, 19. And all you've got to do is mention that coupon code when you call the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock to talk to them about it. Okay, so giveaways for this week. Well, I have it in my head that I'm going to get this finished and get it done. And I'm sorry, y'all. I have no idea what happened to the plastic bag that this came in and or my working copy for it. And this is the original pattern piece, or pattern, I think. I don't think I copied. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it is definitely used. You'll see where I've drawn my center line across it. It's been folded up in a project bag. It is ragged, okay? It's definitely usable. There's nothing wrong with it, but it is not in pristine condition, and I apologize for that. But if you are interested in stitching Land of the Free from Willow Hill Samplings, it's a great pattern. It was a lot of fun to stitch. I really enjoyed it. Y'all comment below on this video, number 90, what did I say, 91, and use the word free. You know, I like being free. Just use the word free. That's the search term I will use for this. And I will pull for this whenever I get another video done. Okay, the next one, I also finished, I think I finished this early this year, I believe. I don't remember for sure. This is the Selfie Sampler from Lizzie Kate. It's very cute. And this is, again, you know, in used condition. Although I know I made a working copy on this one, but I think my working copy is probably actually in here. Nope. But this is the original. They're just a little beat up because they got carried around the project bag for a while too. But Lizzie Kate Selfie Sampler, and use the word selfie, S-E-L-F-I-E, for the search term on this one if you want to do this one. I like to take selfies. The word selfie is what I'll search for on this one. And then finally, Crystal Geek sent me a whole bunch of stuff to give away a while back. And this is out of that batch of stuff, and I thought this was seasonally appropriate. This is a snowman. It's called Snow Folks at Home. It's an Alma Lynn pattern. And they're very, very cute. Had I more time, I would love to stitch some of these. I had to talk myself into giving it up. But I'd like to stitch the snowmen. Or just say snow, S-N-O-W. That's what I'll search for. I'd like to stitch the snow. Snow, selfie, free. And I will pull for these. I hope to be back in a couple of weeks, so before Christmas. That's my plan. We'll see how it works, because I'd like to show y'all that if I get Land of the Free framed and you know, done, I'd like to show it off before I send it, but we'll see. But you know me, it could be 2 weeks. That's my plan, but it could be a month. But y'all comment this video. Please be a subscriber, be over 18, so it's legal for me to get your address, and comment, like the video, and comment using one of those 3 search terms. We're at 33 minutes. I got to get done, or I will never get this uploaded before I have to leave to go to the vet. I appreciate y'all coming to watch. Love having you in my life. Love being able to share my cross stitch with you. I hope you all are richly blessed and enjoying the holiday season. And remember, He is the reason for the season. I will see you all soon. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.